Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. It's nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well. This is the preview of West Ham's 6th home game of the 23-24 Premier League season, where we welcome Nottingham Forest to the London Stadium for a 2 o'clock kickoff this Sunday afternoon, live on Sky Sports. As always guys, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website. As you can see from the icon that's up here, there's some very nice retro gear in there, along with track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts, so go check those out. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, as I always say, I'll be sending on to the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area and they're helping those in the Newham area or the Essex County and further afield for that matter, as they're helping to put food on the tables for 39 separate food banks alone. So guys, go grab yourself a very nice retro shirt or a very nice polo. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to the club shop, and you'll be helping those the less fortunate than you and I. So guys, as always, there's going to be timestamps in the description, so it'd be nice for you to stay around with us as long as possible, but if you can't, then that's fine. Just jump around to the sections that you want to do, and by all means please do like, share and subscribe, and as always, under any section, put your comments in the comments section below. Now, as we know guys, today the game on Sunday is going to be played on Remembrance Sunday. Now, I've got a bit of an issue with how things have been going in terms of that over the last few years. Now, normally when you're marking your respects for those that have passed, whether you agree with it or not, you know, these people died to make sure that we could do everything that we take for granted today. Genuinely, the world could have been completely different if either World War or golf engagements, etc., have gone differently. You know, but the least we can do is be silent for a minute. But no, you always get some dumb fuckwit coming through saying Irons or singing Bubbles. Do you know what I mean? And that's the reason why the minority are ruining things left, right and centre in the world, and the reason why we're now doing applauses is to drown those fuckers out while it's on the last post. And I take issue with it. I really do. You know, people should be educated enough to be able to know that you keep silent for a minute on the 11th of November. It's not difficult. Well, the 12th of November is the fixture's going to be, but you know what I mean. You know, it's ridiculous. Now, guys, let's get back to talking about the actual game itself. The officials for this game, the referee is Michael Salisbury. His assistants are Richard West and Derek Eaton. The fourth official is Robert Jones. Unfortunately, on VAR, we have Peter Banks, and the assistant VAR is Nick Greenhalgh. So, a little bit of a mixed bag there, but it could have been worse. Now, before last season, we last played Nottingham Forest in the league was all the way back in the Championship in 2012, and likewise Moyes has never managed against Nottingham Forest in the Premier League either before last season. So there's no real point doing the usual stuff we normally talk about, which is the last six. However, let's recap last season when we won 4-0 in February of this year. I don't care what anybody says, it's this year, not last year, because it's last season. Year is January to December. You know, it's another Americanism that's creeping in because of the MLS. Now, in that game, we scored 4 goals, all in the second half, with a brace from Danny Ings, which is the last time he scored a goal. That's worrying. And also goals from Rice and Antonio. Now, at the time of this recording, Forest are 13th in the table with 3 wins, 4 draws and 4 losses, scoring 12 goals, conceding 15 on a -3 goal difference for those keeping track. 13 points, which is 1 less point than us, but 1 more goal conceded than us. Now, Forest's away form so far this season is they've won 1, drawn 1 and lost 4, scoring 4 goals and conceding 10 goals. Now, in terms of their style of play, Steve Cooper very much prefers a 3-4-1-2 formation. I do think a bastardised version of the 4-1-4-1, which we'll go into in more detail when we talk about the starting 11 in a few minutes, will be very handy against this. Now, to continue on and talk about the style of play, Forest like to take a lot of shots. They play long balls, attempt through balls, often attacking down the right-hand side, so our left-hand side needs to be absolutely switched on. They do play with aggression and playing football in their own half as well to slowly but surely break players, break play up and break teams down. Now, they are strong at counter-attacks, wing attacks, aerial duels and stealing ball off the opposition, but they are weak at keeping possession, finishing the scoring chances they start and defending counter-attacks, but they're also very weak at avoiding the offside trap and protecting the lead. So I do think with these strengths and weaknesses, there are things we can exploit. For example, if our back four, for the first time in Christ knows how long, keep a straight line, we can get these guys offside multiple times, and we'll talk about who in a minute. Now, looking at Forest injuries, Hudson-Odoi is out until early December due to a pulled hamstring. Felipe is randomly 25% chance of being back at the end of this month due to a knee injury that he sustained earlier in the season. Origi is out until the end of the month due to a hip injury, as is Chris Wood with a thigh injury, and all those guys are being assessed. Montiel is randomly a 25% chance of returning from this weekend from a thigh injury, but is as a result of it, because genuinely when I was putting these notes together at the start of the week, he was ruled out completely with no return date. Now all of a sudden he's 25% chance of being involved at some point this weekend. He's going to miss it, guys. Don't count your chickens on that one. Now, Forest players to look out for. Awoniyi, I should say, is their highest away goal scorer with 2 goals, and he is also joint highest assister with Elanga and Gibbs-White, all on an assist each. Bowley and Aurier is strong at aerial duels. Awoniyi is very strong at headed attempts, strong at finishing, but he is weak at aerial duels. Offside weakness, lapses quite a fair bit by the looks of it, and passing, and is also very weak at holding on to the ball. Morgan Gibbs-White has pace. He plays in many positions in the midfield spine. You'd class it as, centre mid, attacking centre mid, stroke number 10, stroke second striker, whichever way you want to talk about it nowadays. Elanga has pace and direct runs is a big part of his game, including running at centre-back, so we really need to make sure that we don't have Aguerd in it. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. Let's talk about West Ham now. Don't get me wrong. He did really show himself to be a very, very good... It's gone out of focus again, isn't it? Come on. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. Don't get me wrong. He had a very good performance against Olympiacos last night, but like Diop, like Anderson, he can be very inconsistent with his performances in a game, much less in a game week. But I do think we need to make a bit of changes, and we'll talk about that when it comes to the starting 11. Now, Zuma is 50% chance of returning for this game from his knee injury. I don't see him returning. Now, when it comes to the starting 11, I did make a bit of a change, which again I'll go on to, but I do think the reason why we've won both home games, and the reason that Moyes will never do this, is I do think that Antonio needs to be out of the starting 11. I've said it for weeks, if not months. At the end of the day, if you are going to play Antonio, play him on the left. Put Bowen up front with Kudos on the right. Now, I've genuinely, before shooting this video, I genuinely made a last-minute change to the starting 11, because as great as Ogbonna has been, I don't think this game's going to suit him in any shape or form. I'm not trusting Aguerd in any shape or form still. I just don't. He's got too many errors, especially if they're blatantly going to target him for runs, which really leaves Thilo Kehrer to come in his place. I ain't putting Antonio on the left-hand side in the starting 11. But you'll see this is starting 11 that I would do if I was David Moyes. And of course, guys, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you would do if you was David Moyes. Areola in goal, with a back four of Soufal, Kehrer, Mavropanos and Emerson. Alvarez behind James Ward-Prowse in the defensive midfield positions, with Kudus, Paquetá and Cornet supporting Bowen up front. So, yeah, I've gone with the bastardised, as I said earlier, bastardised 4-1-4-1 with James Ward-Prowse sitting just behind the attacking front four, but just in front of Alvarez as well, which needs to happen. It really, really needs to happen. I think Mavropanos, with the exception of the Brentford away game, Mavropanos has been brilliant for us for the games that he started in the cup. Both cups I should say, those games. So, yeah, I do think this is a stronger starting 11 than we will be putting out, personally. Ben Rama's been inconsistent. It's an impact sub. Cornet needs to get confidence back, and the only way he's going to be able to do that, we need his pace down the left-hand side. We need our right-hand side to be really switched on, which is why we got Kudus and Soufal there. Both of them had terrific games last night. Kudus is growing more and more into every game. Soufal is becoming more and more confident with his plays as well. Not like he ever lacked in confidence. He's not making as many mistakes as he used to. Again, I hope it's not. I hope it's not commentator's curse. I really, really hope it's not. But guys, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know at any point. Thank you very, very much for your time. If you're enjoying the content, then by all means, please do subscribe. Like this video if you've enjoyed it, and please do share it with other people, because the more people that get to see this, the more people will probably subscribe and enjoy it, and so on and so forth. That's the way it works. That's the way the YouTube algorithm works. So guys, look after yourselves. Take care. We'll have the full-time thoughts on Sunday. But in the meantime, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you very, very soon. All the best now. Take care.